and gentlemen, it's not over. Casey DeSmith. Oh my gosh, let's all give a big hug, a big round of applause, a big smoochy poochie on the cheek for Casey DeSmith. What a guy. What a guy. Oh my gosh, Casey DeSmith. You know what I love reading in today's hockey festivities, aside from the Ivan Demidov, Zane Parekh conversation? Reading the Casey DeSmith Yahoo chat. Oh, that's crazy. Crazy. The Vancouver Canucks have pulled off the biggest, craziest, most out-of-pocket, unbelievable comeback of the season. And it's all thanks to Casey DeSmith, Pius, Suter, Aatu, Raty, Kiefer, Sherwood, and the like. Vancouver was down 3-0 in this game. Okay, 3-0. That's been comebackable before. Teams have come back from down 3-0, especially with the Canucks going down 3-0 so early in the game. It's not really the craziest thing in the world to come back from down 3. The Canucks have given up 3-goal leads and lost in this season, I'm sure. But it was 3-0 Dallas. Then the Canucks scored too quick at the start of the third to make it 3-2 Dallas. But then Dallas scored 2 goals, including an empty net goal, with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the third. It was 3-0 Dallas, then 3-2 Dallas, and then 5-2 Dallas with 2 minutes to go. And then Vancouver scores 3 in the final minute of regulation to tie the game 5-5. Casey DeSmith totally implodes. What the hell was that? And then Vancouver wins in overtime. What? 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 You could have bet money. Nobody would have done it, but if you did, what were the odds? What were the money odds for Vancouver to win that game at the time when Mikael Granlund scored to make it 5-2 Dallas at 17:39 in the third period? 2 minutes and 21 seconds to go in regulation, and Dallas makes it 5-2. If you had bet $100 on Vancouver to win that game, how much money would you have won? The odds must have been astronomical. 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 100,000. Vancouver winning a game in overtime when they're down 3 goals in the last 2 minutes of the game? And Vancouver, how the hell is this even possible? 3 goals in a minute? Aatu Raty with 1 minute to go. Pius Suter with 30 seconds to go. Pius Suter again with 7 seconds to go. What? What? Nah, that's crazy. You couldn't buy me to believe that actually happened. I, for one, I'm kind of glad, because my fantasy team, oh yeah, gotta talk about the fantasy team. I got Mikael Granlund on most of my remaining fantasy teams. Got Matt Duchene on 2 of them. Got Mason Marchment on one of them too. And also Pius Suter. There was one league that I didn't end up dropping Suter in because I ran out of ads. And yeah, he got himself 2 goals and an assist today, including 2 of the most important goals of the season, both coming in the last 30 seconds. 2 goals in 23 seconds for Pius Suter. What the hell? We got 10 goals in this game. 11 goals, 6-5. Vancouver Canucks overtime win. And, like, what else is there to talk about? Pius Suter, Casey DeSmith, man. Let's talk about the timeline of this game. So first period comes, and we see 2 Dallas Stars goals, both scored on the power play. Mikko Rantanen, Mason Marchment, good movement, lots of extra touches here for the Dallas Stars. Even the power play goal scored by Matt Duchene in the second period to make it 3-0. The first 5 goals of this game were all scored on the power play. Power plays were 100%. Penalty kills were 0% in the first, 45 minutes of the hockey game. But the Dallas Stars going up 3-0 and sitting on that lead. Hey, you started to see just how it is this Dallas Stars team can create offense. That little extra pass, the extra movement, one other thing they add onto it. That's how they create their offensive chances, and that's how they're so successful, because they're so unpredictable. Nobody's able to catch Matt Duchene on the back door because they think Jamie Benn's gonna shoot, but nah, he does one extra little pass, and it results in Matt Duchene making the game 3-0 on the power play. And at that point, I was like, okay, it's over. The Vancouver Canucks needed at least 1 point in this game to not be eliminated mathematically from the 2025 Stanley Cup Playoffs. Now, I acknowledge that their odds are still extremely low, probably less than 3% still, but less than 3% is not zero. And Vancouver didn't only get 1 point by just extracting every field, every ounce, every drop of luck juice that existed in the well of Canucks hockey. Not only did they just get the extra point, but they got 2. They won. The 3-1 goal, the Jake DeBrusk goal at the start of the third period, set the entire tone. Because he finally beats Casey DeSmith. Vancouver finally gets a goal to go by him, who had been incredible, by the way. He was so good this entire first 2 periods. But at the start of the third, 17 seconds in, that's Jake DeBrusk coming in on goal. DeSmith has been very aggressive, and he comes down behind the goal line, shoots it back across DeSmith, and it goes in off of DeSmith's body and in. Give it 4 minutes, and Victor Mancini gets his second goal of his NHL stint here. As it's played back over to the point, Carlson, Raty each get touches on it. Mancini walks in, shoots, and he scores. Beautiful goal. DeSmith out of position. He can't see it. But that's where the Dallas Stars really make things interesting. Because when it was 3-2 Dallas, Canucks started to get the momentum. They started to hold the puck more. They started to get more of that zone time, pressure, shot opportunities, etc. They were starting to cook, and they looked really good. There was one stint where the Canucks had, I think it was coming off of a power play, they had so many minutes in the Dallas Stars zone, they just couldn't buy a goal. And so when Dallas survived that penalty kill, and they finally cleared it, it was like, okay, will Vancouver bend? Will they break? Nah, they still kept on going until 2 minutes and 45 seconds left, where the Dallas Stars, in what was pretty much their second sustained offensive zone pressure of the period, end up playing the puck down low, and Jason Robertson does a really nice pass out to the hash marks, where Mavrik Bourque is there, and with 2:45 to go in the third, the Dallas Stars make it 4-2, add on the empty net goal scored by Mikael Granlund just 24 seconds later, and it's 5-2. You think it's a done game. But as we had spoken about, no, it wasn't. With 1 minute to go, Aatu ends up burying the puck off of a rebound. Vancouver takes control of the puck in the slot. Marcus Pettersson throws it to the side. Ratu's there. He shoots and he scores. Just 30 seconds later, the Canucks still with the puck. Hold it in. Hughes to Hronek. He sends it down to Garland. Garland across for Suter, who scores in the middle there. And then just 23 seconds after that, puck is in the corner. Besser goes back over. Connor Garland's got it. He goes to Hughes towards the goal. Hronek tips it wide. Hronek out in front, and Suter scores. He makes it 5-5 with 7 seconds to go in the third. And then in overtime, after the Vancouver Canucks fail to capitalize on a power play opportunity, you got Connor Garland down low. Tosses it out in front for Kiefer Sherwood. A lot of goals in this game were plays where the primary assist came from below the goal line, threw it out in front, and then the guy in front took the shot and he scored. The Mavrik Bourque goal was like that. Pius Suter's second goal was like that. The Kiefer Sherwood game winner in overtime was like that. Really interesting dynamic between these two teams. Those really nice flashy passes down low out in front end up going in. But Vancouver wins the game 6-5. And everybody's minds are blown. Everybody's jaws are on the floor. Let's pour one out for Casey DeSmith, folks. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.